My name is Inshah Fatima.
And my name is Nahal Fatima.
Welcome to Islamic Stories.
Today we will be saying the story of Prophet Salih alayhi salam. Prophet Salih alayhi salam was sent down to the people of Thamud. The people of Thamud were the most successful after the people of Ad. They were also blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like the people of Ad. They were blessed in their wealth, health, in their children, and they were better than that at their craftsmanship. They would carve buildings into the mountains, and the buildings were big and beautiful. And also, they would, as decoration for the buildings, they would put paintings to decorate the building. And they would paint flowers and trees, and the flowers that they painted looked so real that if you took a real flower and the painting of a flower, it would be hard to tell the difference. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them masters of stone. When like outsiders would go to their village and look at their buildings, they would it would look so amazing that they thought that it was created by a jinn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them masters of stone, and they carved idols, but they also worshipped idols that they created themselves, idols that cannot speak or hear them. They were virtuous at the beginning. They worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but as time passed, they started worshipping idols and became more and more evil and less virtuous.
And because they started becoming less virtuous, Allah sent down a prophet, to guide them to the right path. Prophet Salih was a very smart and intelligent man from a very noble family. Before Allah made him a prophet, everyone wanted him to be chief, and his father was very proud of him and thought he would be very happy in the future, because he thought his son would bring him great wealth and make everyone like jealous. Everyone wanted to have him as their son, and so he was very happy for the future. But then when Prophet Salih became a prophet, started preaching about Islam, those thoughts kind of changed. Prophet Salih told everyone to worship one God, not many gods, one God, and that they should get rid of all their idols because they could see nor hear, and they should worship just one. And he also told them about the resurrection, and that when they all died after a long time, there would be a resurrection where they would be punished for their sins. But no one believed them. No one believed him. They thought he was lying, and he was like saying complete false information. And they wanted to set Prophet Salih up for what he was doing, because they hated him now. So they thought they could ask him to bring down a miracle, and they thought that he wouldn't be able to do that, and he would fail. So when there was a gathering, Prophet Salih came to preach to them, and they asked him for a beautiful, unique she camel who was 9 months pregnant, and 10 months pregnant, and to be brought from the stones they were pointing at. And the Prophet Salih asked him, if I ask Allah to do this, will you believe in Allah? Will you accept my message? And all of them gave a very confident yes. So he made dua to Allah, and Allah accepted. And the stones started cracking, and a beautiful, unique, 10 months pregnant she camel came forth from the stones. Everyone was amazed, and many people immediately accepted Islam. But there were still many who did not. Most of them did not. And so because this animal was a miracle from Allah, Prophet Salih told them not to let her eat and drink from the earths that Allah provided to them. And so the camel, because it was it gave birth soon after, and because it was a very big camel, and it would drink all the water from the wells. And people started complaining to Prophet Salih. So Prophet Salih made an arrangement. One day that the camel from Allah would drink, and then the second day the people's camels would drink. But you have to think, because it was a big camel and had a baby, it had enough milk for thousands of people. The entire village had enough milk. And milk is more succulent than water, right? But people were being too arrogant and not thinking properly. They just wanted what they wanted. They didn't want any compromises. And so they started thinking of ways. They started thinking, oh, our camels don't get to drink every day. This camel gets to drink whenever it gets to drink all the water from the wells, and our camels are too scared and can't drink whenever it wants. They started getting angry. So they started planning and plotting to kill this camel and its baby.
So when the disbelievers of the people asked, "Who wants to kill this camel?" One of the disbelievers immediately raised their hand. "I will." Another man raised, "I will." And so these men, while the camel was drinking from the well, these men came. One man shot the camel with an arrow, and another man brought a sword and stabbed the camel, killing the camel. When Prophet Salih heard of this, he was very, very sad and distressed, because in fact he had warned the people, because he told them, "Oh my people, do not hurt this camel, because it is a miracle from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is walking proof that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the true Lord who created the heavens and the earth." So Prophet Salih, when he learned that they had killed the camel, he was very sad. He went to his people. He told his people, "You will only enjoy in your homes for 3 days, and then the punishment will come." So after 3 days exactly, the punishment came.
The punishment, when they were sleeping, thunderclouds filled the skies, and the sound of the thunder itself stopped the people's hearts. And when it stopped, and then the earthquakes, it destroyed their homes, destroyed their houses, and there was nothing left of the people of Thamud, nor the place where Thamud was staying. And the Prophet Salih and the believers had went to another place, because if they stayed there, they would be killed. So they went to another place. And when they came to look, they saw the damage and the punishments after results, which were the destroyed villages and the corpses of all the people they once knew. So in that hadith, we can from Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's time, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions were traveling to Syria, and they came across the place where the people of Thamud were staying. So the companions, they filled their water baskets with water from the wells of where the people of Thamud used to drink, and they made dough in the village where they were living. So when Prophet Muhammad ﷺ heard this, he told them to get the dough and feed it to the camels, and he told them to empty their water baskets, because he feared that if they drank or ate in the Thamud, they would also go the wrong path. And the only way they would be okay to go inside if they're crying and weeping and going inside their houses. That's the end of the story. From this story, we can learn that if we are arrogant and we challenge Allah, only punishment will face us in the end. And we should always trust Allah and Allah will reward us.
Thank you for watching. Assalamu Alaikum.